Hello and welcome to Last Resort with Stan, your first and last resort for snowboard news. The key point of that sentence, snowboard news, okay? I teetered back and forth about talking about a certain issue. By teetering, I mean a lot of old white guys hit me up asking me if I was gonna talk about something I didn't want to talk about. Asymmetrical, a word commonly used to describe my very own face, is a key modern technological selling point of many snowboards. Personally, I think the focus on snowboard technology, separating them from their competitors, is one of the single most annoying things that's happening in snowboarding, but I digress. This edit by Mervin called ASYM by Sean Lucy was one of the best things I've seen in a long time. I don't know what else to say. This was creative. This is the kind of snowboard content I long for. Hats off to you guys. I mean, if we are gonna jam ridiculous technological claims down people's throat, at least do it in style. Am I right? Okay. Power moves in the snowboard industry are being made by snowboard tycoon Nidecker. Whoa. Nidecker already was kind of the parent company to Yes Snowboards, Jones. They bought Flow and they bought out Battalion and Lobster, and a little gem, they bought Rome, okay? Or at least they gave the power to control Rome to Low Pressure Studios, who owns Battalion and Lobster. Honestly, I just hope Rome gets their shit together, okay? It's been a couple years of me looking at Rome being like, hey, remember when you guys were cool? Now, even though last episode was the end of summer episode, there have been a couple videos that are notable from the summer, perhaps most notably, Legally Stoned, a Volcom edit with Benny Milam and Reed Smith. Now, Dustbox Crew is kind of one of the shimmering lights in the snowboard scene, but now I think we can address the elephant in the room and kind of get to the question that I think we're all asking ourselves, which is, what are the odds that Reed Smith is actually Torstein Horgmo's mini-me? It is no surprise that it is trailer season. Many of the trailers are coming out. I will not be discussing any of the trailers in this episode. Of course, as you know, we started last year with a movie episode. That will happen again this year. We'll get to the videos then. In the meantime, I have to say, I think Gimble God has taken the MVP this month, okay? Weird gray area of snowboard time when only footage of like elite snowboarders with actual sponsorship money who can fly to the other hemisphere get clips. And Gimby God is right there getting the fucking footage we're all asking for, okay? Damn, Sage. You seem fired up lately, I can't lie. You were kind of Crouching Tiger after the Olympics, maybe a little Hidden Dragon, and now you're just full fucking Bruce Lee coming at us with some shit, and I like it. This is how we should show everyone what a backside 180 means. Like my parents, your parents, new people to the earth. If an alien landed tomorrow and was like, can you describe to me just as quickly as possible the sickest and most stylish thing that's happening in snowboarding? We could just show them this backside 180 STAX clip, okay? Side note, I love how I'm like giving credit to Gimble God for STAX and Sage's trick. Of course, they need to do the tricks, but Gimby God's there getting the footage. Well, I couldn't help but notice Nate Bozung has been giving a pro coaching in the backcountry job in March in Switzerland, so we can only hope that free face tattoos come with the experience. Many of you are left saying, wow, Stan, thank you for picking the most obvious joke. You know, it's hard sometimes, okay? American flag helmet wearing enthusiast Chris Corning won the World Cup Winter Games down in New Zealand with this dizzying quad cork. I think that there's something in this video that none of us really saw. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
Round one, fight. Flawless victory.
Nick Baden, this could have been a disaster if you had skate trucks and we called it disasters in snowboarding. But now, while we are talking about skate tricks being called in snowboarding, I would like to talk about this Rene Renacondas nose block. Honestly, this might be one of the longest nose blocks we've ever seen in snowboarding, and I say that having tried 0% at vetting any of Scott Stevens' footage, which I'm sure it would take me about 5 seconds. But anyway, we are here to talk about the fact that Rene Renacondas classified this as a nose blunt. I object, okay? I think that this is clearly a nose block. We don't really blunt in snowboarding in the way that you're doing here. It's easy to remember. Just think, not blunt, block. like Ken Block, the driver of that DC car, that we are forever forced to live with the fact that that edit is part of snowboarding's history. Dylan Alito did drop his full part. The thing is, the tricks in this are okay, but does he have offensive B-roll? Yes, absolutely. Is there a secret and unexplicable Pat Bridges plug? Like, is this some Illuminati shit? I also love when Jaeger Bailey appears in this edit with no need for a name tag, because we all know there's only one person who would just start a clip in a handstand. Beyond Metal's episode 3 came out. Now, sometimes I feel like the Euros criticize me for focusing so much on American snowboarding, and I think that the problem lies in the fact that 75% of the Europeans I want to watch are all filming in the same edit. Beyond that, 75% of the time I'm watching these edits, it's just me getting hyped on Kevin Backstrom. And the rest of the 25% is just me zoned out, like thinking about the fact that young Dolly exists. Hello and welcome to Stance, the branding opportunity that practically wrote itself. I mean, my name is like on the sock. Product Shot! This is gonna be a monthly segment where I take a stance on various issues in the snowboard industry. Secondary Product Shot! Today on Stance, we will be taking our official stance on front flips off of rails. My stance being, please fucking stop, everyone. I would challenge any one of you to look me square in the face and tell me that a front flip off the rail's inherent purpose isn't to get likes on Instagram by people who do not understand snowboarding at all. Think about it like this: anytime that you front flip off a rail, you are front flipping off all of us, okay? Check yourself. Watched another episode of The Weekenders where a new snowboard game was introduced called 101. Now, it was a game played between Darcy Sharp and Mike Cicerelli. Here's a couple things you need to know. When describing the game, it's important to say stuff like this.
We're trying to keep it jiggy out here. Rochambeau. Right. One punishment, it only seems suitable. 101. Do that again. 101. You bend over with all your junk hanging free and you get sprayed from behind. We had to make it good. I feel very exposed right now. I don't know if we're gonna get away with this for very long.
This is a sure way to get the ladies involved, am I right? It's a good thing we're all out here making sure women feel comfortable in snowboarding. This game is just perfect.
What it truly might be, nothing that you know of. You don't need to hold up.